Guys, so this week I wanted to get up 5 easy quick meals for you. Try not to pick recipes that need like a million ingredients, because then obviously that drives up the cost of ingredients and then the food bill at the end of the week is extortionate. So these are 5 really tasty, hopefully 4 or 5 tasty meals that I'm going to try and get up for you guys. And if you like this kind of video, please do subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I'll do lots more of these up on my channel. Okay. Are you saying hi to everyone? No, okay, she's gone. If you want to see what I'm going to cook up for our meals this week, then please keep watching. Okay, so the very first meal is a vegetarian frittata. Now, the thing that I love about this is the fact that you can literally put anything you like. Obviously, the main ingredient is eggs. I've actually used Italian herbs, but you can use any type of herb. Here I'm using asparagus, I've used feta. I also use spray light as well because it's just a little bit less fattening. I decided to use mushrooms as well for this dish, and I also threw in some cherry tomatoes. And honestly, it is so easy, and I personally find this dish really affordable as well. You can literally have whatever you like. I actually cooked this week again, and this time I threw in pancetta. So I use 12 eggs. Once I throw in the eggs, I'm showing you around the edges, it's starting to look a little bit more cooked. This is when I know I need to then put it in the grill. I then found some baguette that I didn't realise I had, and I didn't want to throw it to waste. So I literally just cut it in the centre. I used my garlic paste and some olive oil and just dressed it and just basically turned it into my own version of garlic bread, just so we could have it as a little side dish as well. And once the frittata is almost cooked through, I then actually throw in the feta at this point. I don't think it really matters at what point you throw in the feta, but this is just the stage that I tend to throw in the feta. I keep saying throw it in the feta, but hey ho. Then when I've done this and I've let it cook for another 1 to 2 minutes, I then put it in the grill. I think I normally leave it for around 5 to 6 minutes. It really depends on the grill and how hot you have it. And then I just went back to finishing off dressing my baguette, and then I also put that in the grill as well. And that is literally meal 1, guys. Super easy, really affordable, and it's so quick and efficient. I love this. And the fact that you can literally add anything you like into it is a massive plus. This is a really easy and tasty dish. I make this quite a bit actually. So it's basically chicken breast, but I butterfly the chicken, and then I cut thin strips of halloumi and put that inside, and then I make like a my own basil dressing and pour that on top, and then I put some herbs and spices on the chicken with some the olive oil is actually for the basil dressing, and I need some rice as well, so I just basically make the chicken halloumi with some rice, and yeah, it's a really tasty dish. Okay, so the very first thing I do is I take my halloumi and I just basically cut it into slices like I am doing right now. Right, I'm now butterflying the chicken once I've cut the halloumi. As you can see, I'm just showing you what it looks like. I just basically cut in the center of the chicken breast. Once I've done that, I then drizzle with olive oil on all my chicken breasts, and then I start placing the cut halloumi slices inside the chicken breast, kind of like little parcels. Oh, guys, I think I'm doing this at the wrong time. I'm waiting to have my dinner in about 20 minutes and I'm literally drooling because I love this dish and I'm so hungry. I place them straight onto my tray, and I'm just showing you here again, I'm using Italian herbs, which I was running pretty low on, and then I just literally, I'm very generous and I just throw this on everywhere. And once I throw that in the oven, they normally need around 20 minutes. It depends on the size of your chicken breast, but I normally do it around 20 minutes, I think, 25 minutes max. I'm then making my basil dressing. As you can see, I'm just cutting off the ends. I just wash it and then I throw it into my food blender. This isn't really the appropriate kitchen tool to make my sauce, but it's all I have at the moment because my other one broke. But I just throw it in. Again, I drizzle with quite a generous amount of olive oil. I even sometimes add in either fresh garlic or my garlic sauce, and oh, it's just so nice, and it makes me feel even better that I've made it and it's homemade. And there you go. Today I actually decided to throw in some garlic sauce, or I should say garlic paste. Right, I use 1 cup of rice for the 3 of us, and that is always more than enough. And here you go, here's my chicken all prepared and cooked. And then I basically just dish it up. My rice has been cooked. I'm just checking to see there if it's cooked and it's not pink inside, and it is absolutely fine. And this is it. And then I just drizzle with my sauce on top with my rice, and it is absolutely delicious. Okay, who does not like a pasta dish? I absolutely love this because it's so creamy, but I just get creme fraiche, asparagus, leeks, chicken, onions, lemon, garlic, and again some herbs. I basically cut everything up. It just makes my life easier. Oh, by the way, I forgot pasta, guys. That's like one of the main ingredients apart from chicken. And I also squeeze some lemon already. Now I'm just throwing in my pasta. That's the very first thing that I do, so it just starts to slowly cook. And here I use penne, as you saw. I then start cooking the chicken. And then once the chicken is halfway cooked through, I then throw in all my vegetables. Again, I've used leeks and courgette, but I think you can pretty much use anything you like. But I think with this dish, the leeks and the courgettes is such a good taste. It just, oh, it's so good. Then I'm just throwing in my garlic. As you can see, my vegetables have reduced in size, and this is where I throw in my chicken stock as well. And I just let this simmer again for a few more minutes just to really soak into my vegetables. And here I'm just throwing in my lemon juice as well. And the creme fraiche. I give it a good old stir, and then I literally just mix it all together with my chicken, and voila, that is a very tasty and easy pasta rigatoni dish. And it's also delicious the next day too, by the way. Okay, our lamb and aubergine curry. Oh, this is so tasty. You need 2 aubergines, a tin of chopped tomatoes, curry powder, cumin seeds, rice, some mint, 2 onions, and again some garlic. And here I first cut the aubergines. Well, actually, I say I cut, but Ev was on cooking duties tonight, so I was filming him for some of it. But he just basically cut the aubergines into small little chunks like you can see in the bowl. We then dress it with the herbs, and I will have everything listed down below, by the way, of exactly what I used. But as you can see, we're just giving it a good old mix. And then the aubergines need to be placed on an oven cooking tray, and then they get put into the oven. I think it was for about 15 minutes as well. As you can see, they're on the oven tray and then placed into the oven. And then while those are cooking, we then start cooking the rice as well. rice is cooking, we then chop up the onions and all of the garlic and prepare that. And then once that's all chopped up, we then put them all onto the frying pan with some olive oil. And then we start cooking it on the frying pan. Oh guys, this is literally the worst time to be doing this when I'm so hungry. Right, so mince goes in first, thoroughly cook that through, and then you throw in your curry powder. Again, you can see how much I'm using, but I mean, again, it's just down to taste and preference, to be honest. We don't really normally measure things like this. Then you throw in the tinned tomatoes, let that simmer through so all the flavours really get into there. There you go. And then we just throw in some dried parsley. Well, I should say Ev threw in some dried parsley. Wow, that was a very generous amount, Ev. Once the aubergines are cooked from the oven, I then just throw it all in there and then put it on my plate, serve it up with the rice. And again, that is meal number 3. Absolutely delicious. I think this is one of my favourites actually. Okay, it can't get any easier than our peanut butter chicken. If you have a slow cooker, these are all the ingredients. I literally don't even chop up the chicken breast. I literally throw everything in to the slow cooker and then I time it for 3 hours. Oh, there's Gabriella in the back assisting mummy. But I literally use a red onion. I'm just chopping the red onion. I think this was literally the most amount of work that I have to do with my peanut butter chicken. Once that's all done, I literally, as I said, throw it all into the slow cooker. Now, if you do not have a slow cooker, you can literally put it in a saucepan, put the lid on top, slightly open, and then have it just really at a low heat and just cooking really slowly, because the whole point of this is to sort of come out like a shredded chicken. I'm just topping in some lime. I almost forgot what that was called. As you can see, I'm just plating it on all our plates. Gabriella loves this too. As you can see, that's her little cute plate there on the edge. And there we go. It comes out as a whole piece of chicken, but then, as I said, I just shred it into small little pieces. And that is it, guys. Those are my 5 favourite dishes at the moment. I really hope you enjoyed it. I love sharing my favorite dishes with you. If it helped and it gave you some inspiration for the week, please do give it a thumbs up and also hit that red subscribe button if you like what you see. See you in my next video. Bye guys.